Valentine's Day, everybody! Camilla here, and welcome to another card making video. Today I would like to share with you a Valentine's Day card, as it is actually Valentine's Day. This is the card. It's beautiful, it's got tons of hearts, a lot of sparkle and shine, and today I'll show you how to quickly make it. The cardstock I'll be using for making this card is the Marianne Design Craft cardstock, and I'll be using it for a card base as well as a card front. Also, I will be using all these tiny beautiful little hearts that I will die cut using my die cutting machine. These are all the cardstock that I use to cut out the hearts. As you can see, there are different patterns, pattern papers, different shades of pink and red. For adhering the hearts, I'm using Tombow Mono Multi Liquid Glue. I just wanted to mention that the die cut for the hearts I used was the Mini Heart Collection by Memory Box. I first adhered the 4 bigger hearts in all 4 corners, and then I adhered the rest of the hearts in a random order. It was more or less at this moment when I first made this card that I realized how cool the background will look like, and I just loved all these different pattern papers and all the different colors of the hearts and shapes. Now I will cut the excess on the edges. And here is already front of the card without the sentiment yet. And now we'll be working on the sentiment. As you can see. Now I will work on the sentiment, which I will stamp on the banner. I'll be using Avery Elle dotted die set, and I will be using this middle banner. But I will show you how to make the banner a little smaller and still have that beautiful dotted frame to it. Here you can see the previous tries with not properly aligned dots, but I will show you how to make it exactly the perfect way with all those dots around the banner. First you place your die on the scrap paper, and you run it through your die cut machine. In this case, because the end is sticking outside of the pattern paper, you can go all the way through if that's the length you want your banner to be. But it's probably best to just do I'm pointing to you to not go all the way through, because in my case I don't want it to be very long. You just cut it like this so you can have the front of your banner, and then you align these dots. You must feel under your fingers that they fit perfectly in those areas underneath, and you run it through your die cut machine again, but this time you can't push it all the way through because the front of your banner is already there, so you don't want to run that through your die cut machine again. And there's your perfect smaller banner. You can see that all these, not all the little dots die cut. I'm not even sure that they should be empty there, but I actually like the look of the banner without those little dots, so I use my needle to pop them all out, and here's the result. For the sentiment, I will be using Hero Art stamp set. It's called Friends, and I will be using 3 stamps. I simply enjoy you, thinking of you, and love you. But just take a few words of each to create a sentiment. I simply love you. I just love these moments of creativity when I come up with a new and original to me idea, combining sentiments to make one more accurate sentiment, or making the banner smaller than it was originally intended. I'm sure there are many people who already came up with all these ideas, but I still am so excited when I actually do it myself. It's those little wins of the day, I call them. As you can see, I'm using a double-sided tape to mask off the bottom side of the sentiment to not get any ink on it. Sorry for my head. I'm actually using VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I found out that it's much better to use this double-sided tape to mask off the part of your sentiment, because it's easy to come off and it doesn't actually pop off on its own because it's so sticky. I tried other masking tapes, but they just didn't want to stick to the stamp. And now I will heat emboss the sentiment using Papermania clear embossing powder. As I still don't have the corner puncher, I used some circle tool and draw round corners with my pencil, and then cut it out with my scissors to achieve those beautiful round corners. And now we have all the elements in place, and it's time to assemble the card. I will be using foam squares to adhere the front of the card to the card base, and a thin foam tape to adhere the banner on the front of the card. And now for the finishing touches, I will be making a white stitched frame around the front of the card. I'll be using the white gel pen to do so. And now for some shine and sparkle, I will be using Wink of Stella Clear Glitter Pen and then some glossy accents. You probably know that by now, but just in case, don't worry if after putting glossy accents onto your project you have this gray shine. It will all clear up and your project will be perfectly shiny. And here's how the finished card looks like. Look at all that sparkle, I just love it. I hope you enjoyed watching the making of today's card, and if you did, drop a comment, like and visit my blog for even more card making inspirations. Thank you very much for watching, and take care, and I see you soon next time. Bye bye!